Meenal McNeary. So Meenal is a daughter of immigrants born in Houston, Texas. She attended Texas A&M and received a BS in biochemistry, University of Texas Health Science Center, San Antonio Dental School, and residency at Fort Gordon, Georgia. She's currently an endodontic specialist working in Austin. So if any of you guys run into root canal issues, please keep her in mind. She does it, without any pain. Very speedy recovery. An honorably discharged U.S. Army veteran. She lives in Round Rock with her husband and their 3 children. 2 of them are here, Jahan and Jaden, right? Where's the third one?
She is with my mother.
And your other half didn't come?
No, he is busy handing out turkeys today.
Turkeys?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Community service already.
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, Dr. McNeary, the stand is open.
Right, well, Captain Thomas did a great job kind of introducing what I feel about being a part of the military community, which was being a part of a whole working to a greater good. And that, I think, is one of the things I missed the most about being in the military, was having family wherever I went, no matter where I was. My oldest was born in Tripler. We call it the Pink Palace. It's up on a hill, a pink hospital in Hawaii, where I served for a couple years. And it was interesting having a baby the first time and then just being by myself. So my neighbor next door, he was an old Marine, retired, and his wife was a former nurse. And so the first week I had Jaden home, Jaden, say hi, that's my baby. The first week I had him home, she heard him crying. And so I heard a knock on the door, and she's like, "Do you need help?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to give him a bath. I don't know what to do." And he's crying. She said, "Why don't you go sit down? I got this." She bathed him, swaddled him, just gave him to me after he fell asleep. And I was like, oh my gosh. So for the next couple of months, she was my stand-in mom. And that's how I feel about the military. It was family for me. I served 10 years from 2005 to 2015. I am a dentist. I'm a specialist. I do root canal surgeries. The reason I joined in the first place was because this was an avenue for me to pay for school. A lot of times when our family members come here, we don't come from a lot of generational wealth in this country. We come here with nothing, which is what my parents came here with. And so they had to build up. And when it came time for college and grad school, we didn't have the money to pay for it. So I found an Army recruiter, and they said, "Well, you just got to serve 4 years and we'll pay for school." And I was like, "Done, signed." And then I asked him, "Well, would I ever go to war?" And he's like, "No, not as a medical officer, you won't go to war." Guess where I was about 8 years later, in a war. So I found myself as a medical officer in Iraq, where my husband has also served at a different time. But being a medical officer is completely different than what these men have done. There is a side that you see that most often a lot of people don't see. And as a dentist, you think, okay, maybe all I did was pull teeth. No, I was the triage officer in Iraq for the whole FOB, which was our forward operating base. So it was a job that I never expected to do, a job that I was grateful to learn from medics how to do it, because medics, in my opinion, are the smartest people in the military. And they kept me safe. So I'm very thankful for the people that were around me during that time. I did my residency at Fort Gordon, Georgia, and I did O-time after my residency program. So I then went to Fort Hood, which is now Fort Cavazos, in Killeen, Texas, where I served as the director of endodontics for the residency program there. So what I did there was train other dentists how to do root canals appropriately on our soldiers. The most important thing to me while I was in was good quality health care for our soldiers. I wanted people to come to me and be comfortable with me, no matter if they were private, all the way up to a 3-star general, which I've seen plenty of, who are, by the way, the most scared of root canals. But it was a really good learning experience for me. I'm very grateful for my time. And as a civilian now, I feel like I can come to my job with the level of confidence that most people that do not have that military training have. So I feel very good in the quality of care that I provide to my patients. I feel very good of the time that I have served while I was in, and I'm grateful to this country for the opportunities that they have given my parents and my family that have come here. And so that was my way of saying, you know what, you have provided for my father and his family to come here and have some opportunities. This is what I would like to do in return. I live in Round Rock.
So you're an immigrant from where?
So I'm not an immigrant, my parents are immigrants. My parents are from Kenya and Tanzania. Since the 1500s, we immigrated to East Africa. And then when there was a certain dictator in place, my parents had to leave East Africa to come to the US. So there's a lot of East African Indian people. I'm Gujarati. My maiden name is Patel. So there's a lot of East there's a lot of East African Indians that are in the U.S. And you know, we can unpack why those people came here at another time, another discussion, which we've talked about. But yeah, I'm very grateful for what my parents have provided for me, and you know, I'm hoping that my children see what they have done, what I have done, so that they can do kind of the same.